Calling in from Alaska. Doug, you're on Free Talk Live. What's on your mind? Doug. Doug, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, Doug.
Yeah, Arkansas.
Yes. What about Arkansas? Arkansas. You're not in Alaska. You're in Arkansas. What's on your mind?
Yeah. Back in Missouri, you know, you talk about everybody targeting, you know, the young black man.
Yep.
Well, you know, the young black man is the majority of the people that aren't working and are out here on the streets running wild.
Yeah, I think it's hard to,
You know,
the recession hit blacks harder than it hit whites. Yep.
Yeah. And they're, you know, the majority, they are the majority committing the crimes.
I don't know if they are the majority committing the crimes. They're certainly a majority getting arrested.
Well, the ones getting arrested are the ones committing the crimes, correct?
I don't know the answer to that. There's certainly unsolved crimes, and if you, if a man with a hammer finds nails, right?
Yes, and a police officer finds the man committing the crime.
I don't know that that's necessarily true. I think that if you're looking in the black neighborhoods for criminals, you're going to find criminals in the black neighborhood. I would agree with you that I think that it's a perpetuation, right? Like, if we're going to be treated like criminals, let's act like criminals. So then they act like criminals, and then they get treated like criminals, and they act like criminals, and they get treated like criminals. So I think that there's this this spiral. But why do you think that young black men commit crimes on a higher scale than most?
Because they're not working.
And why do you think they're not working?
They're not looking. They're not out looking for jobs. They're looking
That's
for
a pretty
handout.
gross generalization.
I don't think that there's not too many males can get a handout.
The majority that I know, that's all they do is get a handout.
What kind of handout are they? They're not getting mothers and infants, and they're not getting child care assistance. What are they getting?
They're getting food stamps. They're getting free phones.
Are you sure?
They're getting
black males.
Assisted.
You know black males that are getting government assistance.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
I've lived in Central Arkansas all my life.
Okay.
And that's the way it is around here.
It was my understanding it's very difficult to get assistance, period, unless you're getting disability, unless you are female. And then it's much easier.
But all of them are getting food stamps.
I
doubt it's all.
The percentage of blacks that get food stamps is higher than the percentage of whites, but the number of white people that gets food stamps is higher than the number of blacks. Are you aware of that?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Well, now you know. White people get more food stamps than black people.
Can I change the subject about something?
Sure.
This open border, I've owned the business for 27 years and had to close the doors because of the Hispanics.
You had to close your business's doors because of Hispanics?
Yeah, because all of my competitors in the construction industry, that's all they use is Hispanics. They're not paying them workman's comp on them. They're not paying Social Security. They're not paying unemployment. They're paying them all cash money. And I cannot bid against that.
Well, why didn't you hire some?
Because I'm not going to hire illegals.
When does a human being become? How are they illegal? They just because they exist and they grew up on a different plot of land?
No, because they're here illegally. There will be one Hispanic that is legal, and he will have 20 or 30 underneath him. And the man that owns the business.
Okay, but for your competitors, it sounds like a lot of them, they found people that were really wanting to work very hard.
Right, but is it right for them to get away with not paying?
Wait, hold on, but you just said black people need to get jobs. Why can't Hispanic people get jobs? They're just trying to find a decent job. That's what you said the problem was with the young black men. What's with the Hispanic people?
If they're here legally, yes, that's fine.
If they're here,
what I'm talking about is these business owners that are hiring them, paying them cash money, not paying workman's comp, not paying Social Security, not paying unemployment on them, paying cash money.
Well, I get that that's an unfair practice, right? Like that it's the system, that the board isn't fair. But you do understand that the laws, that there are such things as bad laws, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I that's why I take real umbrage with the term illegal, because what it does is it speaks to the power and the justice and the truth of the law. Well, the law stinks. Free people should be able to cross the borders of a free country, or you don't have either. You have neither free people nor a free country if free people can't cross the border. Free people should be able to work and build a better life for themselves. Now, I will agree with you. Go ahead.
Then you go back to the young black man that can't get a job. Then that's because we've got an open border. We don't even have enough jobs for the men and folks that we have here at home.
I thought you said they weren't looking for jobs.
Yeah, I thought you said they weren't looking.
And if they're the large population, like you were saying, then why is it a problem? I mean, the market needs to, nature abhors a vacuum. If you need a worker and you're saying the young black people won't work, then why wouldn't you hire a Hispanic person? Despite the fact that this is all wild generalizations.
If he was here legally and he spoke English, I would hire him.
Well, I guess I'm sorry that the marketplace isn't working out for you, that that you can't get one ethnic group to work, and then the other ethnic group that wants to work you don't want. I don't know what to tell you, Doug. I do appreciate the call, though. Let's
you know what? Actually, there's an interesting
that whole time.
Yeah. There's this really interesting story about, people, how they say, well, young people, like he was just making the claim that a person that gets arrested, that's the person that committed the crime.
It's essentially the claim.
Yeah, that was essentially the claim. And there was a great story, was it like 2007, where a teenager actually he was a murder suspect, and he had an MP3 player, and he recorded the interrogation. The police officer, okay, they went to trial, the whole thing. The police officer outright lied under oath, to the judge, to the jury, the whole thing, and he lied like 3 times. Okay, and the only reason that got sent to light was that, the young man recorded with an MP3 player how the interrogation actually went, or how the investigation actually went down. The idea that the police are somehow, they're always right is ridiculous, and we have plenty of cases. I just brought up one.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.